In 1991, Capcom decided to journey back into the fledgling world of fighting games by releasing a sequel that would end up changing the world of gaming forever, Street Fighter II. Through its many iterations over the years, the game not only revolutionized the fighting game genre, but remains immensely popular even to this day, having created so many of the standards we now see in all fighting games. But there are some things that even the best Street Fighter players don't know about this revolutionary title, so this is your chance to learn about the game. Obviously, the biggest thing that SF2 added to the world was the combo system. But did you know that the combo system was invented by accident when a janitor at Capcom accidentally spilled a bag of combos all over the game's code? Wonder what Ryu is actually yelling when he throws that fireball? Well, the phrase Hadouken roughly translates to, "We are now fighting and thank you for the punches, okay, here comes my move now." While the game did make its debut in arcades, did you know that that wasn't always the plan? They had originally wanted the game to run on microwave LED screens, but found that fights would often finish long before your potato was ready for consumption. Chun-Li is one of the most well-known female video game characters of all time. However, Street Fighter II was not her debut. No, she originally got her start in Capcom's lesser-known game, Bunhair and the Quest for the Thyreducers, a cooking RPG that was released for the TurboGrafx-16. Ever wonder what the E in E Honda stands for? Well, wonder no longer. It stands for Ebulioscope, which explains why his level is a steaming bathhouse. That guy on the background of Ken Masters' level looks kinda familiar, doesn't he? The big hat, the cloak, the robotic face. Look like a character from the future of Street Fighter to you? That's right, it's Ibuki on stilts and wearing a robot mask. Nobody has ever played as Blanka. Ever wonder why these fights contain electric beasts, fireballs being thrown, and other strange imagery? The reason is because the whole game takes place in a coma dream that Ryu is having. All of the strange attacks are his brain interpreting the television that's on in his hospital room, currently playing the History Channel. Do you know about the controversy behind these three characters' names? Obviously, you know them as Punchy Puncher, Claus the Fantastic Anteater, and Ingmar Bergman. But in Japan, their names are assigned like this. Weird, right? To keep them separate, most in the community refer to them as Guy A, Dude, and Ingmar Bergman. Originally, Bob Saget was approached to provide the voice of Muay Thai Merton. Bob Saget turned it down as a clause in his Full House contract forbid him from being associated with tigers. Capcom was so infuriated by this that they renamed the character Sagat, a deliberate misspelling of Bob's name. Isn't Dhalsim stage cool looking? But wait, what's that up there? If you zoom in, you can see a subtle reference to a future game, Street Fighter IV. See? The character select screen features a map of the world because showing a picture of famed actor Johnny Depp wouldn't make sense. During development, a young boy wrote to Capcom, asking why there were no characters to represent his home country of Jamaica in gaming. So moved by the boy's words, the developers immediately set out to create a new character just for him, a character who would of course come to be known as E Honda. Originally, Dhalsim's arms and legs were not going to stretch. However, halfway through development, suddenly Capcom demanded that he have the ability. Legend has it that the command was issued straight from Capcom CEO himself, one Mr. S. Armstrong. Now, as great as this game is, it isn't without its flaws, but this one is major. During development, they appear to have missed some things on the game's main screen. Look at these ugly things up here! And what the heck is that? Some kind of weird computer numbers glitch? Come on, if the game isn't ready, don't release it in a state like this! We can't forget one of the biggest and most unique characters in all of Street Fighter, Zan the Man, the Russian who sometimes drinks. But did you know that he almost led to the game's cancellation? The developers clashed over just how often Zan would enjoy a nice beverage. Some saying once a day, others saying 2 drinks every 57 days. Nobody knows how a compromise was reached, but thankfully one was. Otherwise, Zan the Man may never have been able to shout his famous catchphrase, "Yeah, I could go for a drink, I guess." Here's a wacky blooper. It was always decided that Guile would proudly represent the United States of America, but one of the sprite modelers made a mistake and gave his flag tattoo only 49 stars. The sprite modeler immediately had his throat slit in front of his children. Whoopsie! So now you may know a little bit more about one of the greatest punch-based strategy games of all time. Maybe you can use this information to enter the community and start throwing those down-forward upper punches and wake up tech footsies. And most importantly, I hope this gave you a chance to learn about the game. Thank you and happy fighting! Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more frequent gaming content, including Learn About the Game, Dollar Store Gaming, and Game Boy Roulette. And a very special thank you to the World of Long Plays at longplays.org and the Cubex55 YouTube account for use of the Street Fighter II footage played for us by Stenio Enrique. I'm Brian J, and I will see you next time.